Right, hello everybody. Before we carry on with the journal that we're doing, I just thought I would do a little video on this new sort of envelope, come pocket type thing. That it could be out there, don't get me wrong, you know, it could be. I haven't seen it, but I got the inspiration from my sister's journal that I've got, that she's given me. And it was based on a sort of envelope that slips over the page like this, okay, so that's your base page here, and then it's quite a large envelope. I'm doing it with small. I've changed it to sort of to use with what I've got at the moment, so book pages and things like that. So yeah, and so that just slips on the page like so, yeah, and then you've got, you know, that's all been shaped around. You've got a little insert that can go in there. Mine's going to be a bit different, I must say. And that goes in there. And you've got another journaling space if you want to pop that in. Yeah. And then over here you've actually got room. I'm going to do it so I've got a flap here, and it is going to be different. But this is where I got my inspiration from for doing it. Okay. Lovely journal, by the way. Haven't shown that yet, so I will. Right, so what I've chosen, I've got a smaller envelope, okay, and one of the ones that's in me junk. All right, so I'm going to do it, so that's going to be my base page. All right, so I like the envelope to fit the base page. All right, so that is going to be in the journal. Yeah. Oops. I'm going to, because my envelope's slightly different, I'm going to slip mine on there like that. Yeah. Okay, so again, right, I'm going to use this as a little flap actually. So mine's like that. Then you can put another one in there. So just everything that fits really, and you cut it down accordingly. Okay, so you just cut it shy of the envelope. Like that. Okay, and then here I thought I might make this into a bit of a flap, but I'm going to have to reinforce that because it's a bit weak. All right, but if not, you could glue that down either that way or inside like that. Okay, and you could cut your V out here so you had a little pocket, which again would be fine. And then you either could put a few inserts, say, on there, like that. And you can have another one in here. Like that. Okay, and then you've also got space here for, you know, some journaling paper, like, I don't know, like that, say. I don't know whether that'll fit in. Yep, that'll fit in. Like that. So I thought we'd make that today. Okay, and then that's again would sit in the journal. All right, let's get going then. And I think there's loads of ways of doing it, and I expect you could make, if you wanted to, you could make that into a little flap as well, and but then it might make it too bulky. So I'm going to, what am I going to do first? Take it apart. And just see what happens. Might be totally different by the time I finished. There's one envelope and book pages, so, you know, and some line paper. And, oh, you know, and you put one of those in as well. All right. So what I want to do is actually reinforce this. I'm going to do it on the inside. And I think I'm going to do it with some washi tape. Yeah. Let's have a look, see what we've got. Anything that might go with what we're doing. Yeah, I use that one, I think. Oh gosh, that's nice. Didn't see those. Love that sort of bold text on things. So I'm going to put glue on mine. get there, and then I'll do another one. Oh, I wonder if we have another one on top of that. So that's one. I might have a wider one. No, I've got this one. That's very wide, so I can always cut that down. Loads of bits left from cutting off. Keep meaning to use them. I know this is covered up, but it just helps to reinforce that. I know I'm using my really nice washi tape, but that's all right. I shall cut away that. Alright, so I'm happy with that being reinforced now. Alright, let's put that back on. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is ink up the edges, and I'm going to stick down this here. Went and got me glue, so usually what I do, because there's a bit left in the other one, I'll use this one for a bit and then I'll empty the contents of the other one into this once it's come down a bit. So I get rid of, you know, all the bits. Yeah, I'm not sure what will show and what won't, but so I do it all. Because honestly, a lot of these things I literally do as I go along. And I think, to be honest, don't like that blue there, so I'm going to put an insert in. I needed some tape on there, not just paper, because it's more hard wearing. So, right, let's do this all the way around. Right, so I had a piece of paper and I've cut it, you know, with a couple of mil short of that one. Again, this is just scrap paper, and then what's left I'm going to just shove in there, okay, to get rid of that blue. Right, so I've inked all the edges up already. I mean, there's no point in me giving you any dimensions because all your envelopes are going to be different, and you know, all the measurements are going to be different. So I mean, you've seen the way that how I measure things. I literally place a piece of paper on the top and I fold it up. It's very rare I get my ruler out. I just fold it to get a crease line, and then I cut to that crease line. Yeah. So that's there. And it needs to be thin paper. This is, you know, this is actually quite thin paper. There we go. And then what I'm going to do, I'm only actually going to, which way should I do it? Oh, I don't want to get it upside down, because I know people get upset with that, and I'm sorry if that happens. Right, so I'm just going to actually glue a bit at the top. Okay, don't need to glue the whole thing. So when we put that in, it's easy to get in. And just hold it away from what you're doing there, but it'll wipe off the washi tape anyway. And then slip that down to where we want it. Right. Hold it away from me, then I'll just run a little bead of glue. So in theory, you think, well, why didn't I line the whole thing? Paper's not quite good enough for the crease of this, if we're going to use it as a hinge. That's why, you know, washi tape is a lot stronger. it. Right, and this is now our hinge, so let's fold it over. Oh my gosh, that's my really old one. That's so many digs on that. Right. Okay, so you don't see this because this is going to be sandwiched into something, but I've got the strength, so don't use your best washi. Should be upset. Like I am. Whenever I use my washi tape, I'm upset because I hoard it. Right, is this my base page? Yeah, so this is the page that actually is going into the journal. Okay, and I'm going to put that on there. I like to sort of get a feel for how things are going, so I will put that in. So again, it's the same length or width as the envelope. All right, but I cut about a mil or 2 mil off so it sits in there nicely. So again, this is the page. Okay, and we've got a nice pocket here. Again, you know, with doing this we can put a circle in there and do things like that, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, and this one is going to be a little hinge. So what I've done, I've got 2 pieces of paper, lined paper on this one. Okay, and I'm going to sandwich, this is how we used to do mini albums actually, sandwich that and glue that down on there. Okay, and then we have a little hinge. I mean, you could actually have a pocket in there if you wanted, you know, put scrapbooking paste paper like that and have your little pocket, but I'm just going to do it that way. Okay, or you can just do that, but I like to sandwich it like so. So I'm going to do that. Just make sure when you cut that it's a little bit shorter. Okay, all right, so if you want to put a flap over, then, which I'll show you, I want to say put another piece of this over, which, sorry, it'll be the other way. So that will go like that there. Pretend. Let's just get this right before I carry on and steam ahead like I normally do, and then think, why did I do that? So that'll go on there, and then this, and I'll get it in, will go over the top. Okay, and then cover the writing. Right, so it'll be like that. Okay, yeah, I'm on the right track, folks. So I'm going to glue this back to back. And just put some on there. Oh, I've been in the middle of trying to get an embroidery machine because I fancy doing a bit of embroidery. Because, you know, I used to hand do it years ago, but my eyesight is not very good now. And of course, the deal with Brother ended 31st of January. And you got a free like upgrade kit for the one that I wanted. And I thought, do you know what? I'm in no hurry, even though I'd love it today. But I'm in no hurry. I'm going to wait until Brother does another sort of offer, really. So put that in there. Like that. Smell. I mean, you could if you wanted to, actually, looking at it. Oh, I needed to straighten that up, didn't I? If it messes up like that, just put a tiny washi tape down there or something like that. And we could, actually, thinking about it, and there's glue on there now, but that come off. That could be a flip out that way. Yeah, well, I quite like that, so I'm going to leave that. I just need to get rid of the glue now. Never thought, see, it's evolving. Because I was going to do it so that was one piece, yeah, like that. Or, you know, again, you could have a pocket or anything like that there, right? But I think that's quite cool. I like that. I'm going to leave it like that. I think we're all right. We can get that glue off, luckily. So I'll put a little note at the beginning of this. If you want to do a flip out, don't glue the whole thing down. And then because we've put that there, we've got a nice bit of tape there. And we've got some extra journaling space. Perfect. Right, so we actually need to do some of this up, don't we? We need to alter it a little bit. Right. That'll go there. That's got to fit in there, you see. It's all just got to fit inside each other, yeah? And we can put more in there if we wanted. There's that. And then you've got that. That is the other page, okay? And then we've got that there, or anything we wanted. Yeah. Could do the bigger one there as well, actually. Yeah, well, that'll do for now anyway. Okay, and that could go in there as well. Okay, as long as it misses the edge there. Okay, I think that's it actually. And then, if I had a journal, but I haven't, that will sit like that. Okay, so you've got your other page here, and then you've got this little flip going on here. Yeah, like I say, we'll do all this up within the journal because I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Yeah, there's a bit of line bend that, and that flips out that way as well. And we've got some writing space there or something that goes on there. Yeah, I love it. It's good. So many ways of doing it, so many ways of rearranging things. All right, but I'm going to leave it as that for now because I quite like that little idea. And when you think about it, it just slips off the page. Yeah, so if you've got a bit bulky or anything, you could take it all out. Now do what you've got to do, and then when you're finished, take it off. Finish, you just slip it on. Like so. Okay. Love it. It's surprising what you can get in there actually. Quite a lot. Right, so hopefully you got that. Yeah. But and just mix and match everything. So all you've got to do is have your base envelope and then make sure that fits on your page. I mean, nice for, you could do it with big envelopes, I expect, and different things, but haven't tried it with a V-shaped one because literally I just made this up this morning. I saw it in my sister's journal. I thought, oh, I must make something similar. So, and then show you. And the next thing I do is, because we've cut all the pages down the right height and no bigger than our base page, all right, so there's all varying sizes now but within that base page. Okay, I then put things into piles. I put all my like bit of scrapbook paper, that's the only bit I've got. Okay, scrapbook paper I think, and some little bits. I have got more, but I thought no, I just wanted this to be, you know, very plain, tone on tone. So there's some typewriter paper. I think this is all typewriter paper as well. Yeah. Okay, so that's that pile. Okay, I think I've got enough to make two here. Then I've got some line paper here. It's there. And this is like book pages and different things, but smaller. Okay. And same as here. All smaller bits. These are the things I make pockets out of or flips inside the journal. And then I've just got some coffee stained papers there. This one's sort of more of a very thin one there, but it's lovely. Got handmade paper, like mulberry paper, okay, which I love. I'll put that one there for now. So I'm going to start with one of these, I think. I'll try and pick the thickest one if I can. Let's see, look. Yeah. and then I will start building. I'm not sure if I want something. I'll most probably put something in the front there. But I will build from this. Alright, so I will go, I might have a shorter piece there, and then I'll pick from my little pile, let's say a book page. Oh, I would need just a bit thicker piece of paper. Actually, that was thicker. I haven't got a piece of scrapbooking paper, but I might find one that will go over it all. Alright, put that one in there, that one's thick. Okay, so that goes there. We've got a bit more lined paper here as well. Yeah. And then I shall go up again. Okay, let's find something to go in. I might have that. Then a large book page or some. Oh, I want one of these in too at some point. Those. Yeah, I do like different levels. I'm not sure about that there though, because we've got some other things going in there, haven't we? Like that. Not sure what yet, but I'll just pretend that's there. Okay. And yeah. And then I'll do another bigger one, but I'll do this one here. That one, but I'll go the other way. Do I mind it being ripped? Nope. Yeah. I don't know how big this bag is. Okay. This is where I now get into a mess. Oh, let's keep them separate. Haven't got any music paper, have we? That's a nice thick piece, actually. Right, let's have a look. Lined. Music. Get a plain page in there. And I think I'm going to put one of these in. Actually, got to be careful that's not too near the centre, because I have to take some off of it. Because as you can see now, look, it's starting to just come out of it. Let's have a look. Have that there. Go in a bit. It was a little bit shorter, you see, so I've done that purposely. Let's have a look. Okay. Yep, all right there. Okay, so what we do need is something with a picture maybe up there. Right, what do we like for lines. And I shall just fold that in for now. Okay. I quite like the colour of those. I think we are all but there, to be honest. This, I'm going to decorate something up there, and then we can see through that. And I'm also going to cover all this as well, so yeah, I'm liking that. It's starting to feel right. I haven't got a bag. I would love another bit of this in. I think. That's going to be it. Well, I haven't got much left. There we go. That one. Not too bad. Got some bits and pieces that we can use in the journal. So let's have a feel. Yeah, surprising how that bulks out once we start adding bits. I quite like that. No, I might be able to just add a bit more. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now we can add a few more. Okay. Oh, there's one here. Scrapbook page, which is already folded back. So we could add that. So that looks quite nice. And got this little bit here. I'll fold that back. If we either trim that off or make a pocket out of it. Too bad, see? Just a bit over, so you know, you do have to trim that back down. I always get it, you know, because of the way the pages work out. I'm just trying to see if I get that in a little bit. Yeah. I just trim it off. Yep, I don't want it too big. This will be forever. It'll take me weeks to decorate it, won't it? Okay, right. So I am going to trim bits off of that, but not much. All right. Okay. Let's get it all nicely settled in. Now I have a machine that I go in and do this. Okay, well it's you know, a big cutting machine, but I will show you how I do it. Hopefully you can see, because I come right down here to my last. Let's have a look. You won't be able to hold on a minute. I'll just move. There we go. All right, I'll move that up a bit. Alright, so use that line there, down the bottom. Okay. And just make sure it's all as square as possible. Okay, and I either use my machine, or you can go in and cut some more off those pages, alright, with your paper trimmer. Yeah. Now, my head will get in the way, I'm afraid, so I will be editing this bit out as I cut, because I have to look up and down. Alright, and I usually stand up for this when I do it manually, but I got, like I said, I've got a machine that will cut straight up through all that. and I line it up like that, and then I will cut through the lot. Now you have to let when you cut with a blade like this, I was always told, don't use too much force, let the blade do its work. All right, so you literally just, oh no, I haven't got enough room. Sorry folks, I'm gonna have to come up here because I haven't got enough arm room. Let's just get that straight. Right, okay. All right, let the blade do the work. So you're better to do more strokes, no pressure. All right, don't have no force whatsoever, as long as you've got a sharp blade. Okay, and then you just go through all the papers nice and gently, and then eventually, I did move then, it will all be cut. All right, and just peel back the bits. I think I do need to change my blade, but okay. Yeah, just a little bit there. So just a bit blunt my blade. There we go. Okay. All right. Like I say, I don't mind this. Sometimes I actually distress all the edges of my pages. So, all right. So that should be fine now. Just stitch in. Okay. Okay, that's all cut down and everything. So I'm going to start decorating. I'm going to decorate it a bit because I want to do some stitching and everything like that. I'm actually feeling like it's coming together quite nicely already, really. I quite like the way it feels. So got one of the tall envelopes. Okay, and just fold it in half. So I'm going to back that. Yes, it's a digital. Right, okay. Have a little, I'm not going to have a moan, but I'm just going to say, okay, my digitals or anybody else's digitals are just like another piece of paper. We don't, in the UK, we're not very fortunate in having all these wonderful paper pads and scrapbook pages that you can get that are, you know, vintage and things like that. We don't get them. You know, the only ones we get are Tim Holtz. Now we can pay up to, you know, £25 for a Tim Holtz paper pad. Yeah, a little bit cheaper on Amazon, but you know it's expensive. So throughout this journal, yes, I'm going to use digitals, and it might be scrapbook paper as well, because that there is no different than say that. Okay, just that you buy, that you print out yourself, and that's it. So it's all going to be treated exactly the same. What I'm not doing is using a kit, okay, that's, you know, all coordinated. We're going to coordinate things from all different things. Some will be digitals, some will be scrapbooking papers, okay. It's not a moan, it's just that sometimes you get, oh, you know, people saying, oh, using digitals and all that. Honestly, you can change it. You know, at the end of the day, it's just a piece of paper. You know, it's no different than packaging or anything like that. You get some beautiful packaging. Now, you know, you put that in your journal, say, somebody's designed it. You know, somebody's designed that bit of paper. You know, somewhere along the line, somebody's designed it. So I class it as no different for me printing it than, say, other people using that. Okay? But like I said, what I'm doing is just, it's a mismatch of all the bits and pieces I've got left over. And believe you me, I have a lot. Okay, because I use part of this kit, part of that kit. You know, so I just want to get it in here with the tone on tone, you know, through here. And now we must change it. All right. Well, I feel like I do. So some of it will be green, some of it a bit blue. I mean, this has been hanging around and I'm thinking, do you know what? That's going to sit there perfectly. All right. So, oh, it looks a bit twisted. No, it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna decorate and do a few things before I sew in the signature. All right, now, you know, this page here has got some blue, a little bit of green, you know, so we'll use that. Here, we could paint this to make it look a little bit different. Or I might gesso the whole thing, do something totally different with it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no plan at all. Absolutely no plan. This journal will just evolve. So, into something, I hope. Did I sound like a school teacher then? I felt like one. Yeah. Like when I've got something to say, I do sometimes sound like a school teacher, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to. It's just that I can be quite direct. But it's all meant, you know, nicely. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that down. And again, all I do for that, I'll just show you on this bit, is I line it up a bit in one side. And I'll fold it up to where I want it there. Yeah, and I'll do that. And then I'll cut down that line. And then I've got my piece of paper. No measuring. I mean, I measure sometimes, but I try not to. Right, let's get on and have some fun then. I'm going to start decorating. So, yeah, I had to tidy up a little bit. I sort of started the video and I thought, oh my gosh, I just need to get rid of some of these papers. And I had a pile of it. So I sort of went through and got them that were a bit, you know, sort of worn out, I would say. I actually quite like that one. I think this one was like faded and coffee stained and everything. And I think it's turned out really nice. So I thought, yeah, use that. We can work with that. Once it starts, it's all right. Just haven't been used for a couple of hours while I was, yeah, sorting. And then I had to move my fabric, my laces, because I wanted my, all my sort of muted tones of fabric as well, in case I wanted to use a bit of fabric. So, of course, that had to be right at the bottom of the pile. And once you start moving, don't you make a mess. Okay, you can sew around that. If not, just stick it down. I think I'm going to sew because I like my sewing. But like I said, everything I do doesn't have to be sewn. All right. Okay, so if you're not stitching, you just stick it down like that. Okay, and that is going to go on that page there. I think that really works well. Like that. I'll do a bit right the way through the journal now before I sew it in, and then I'll stitch it in. I just want to get a bit of a balance going on and a few things stitched. Okay, that's all I'm doing. Whereas really, if you don't do that sort of thing, then you can stitch it in now. I found that a little bit, that when I was looking for bits. I shoved that in, that's already stitched. That was just lying around, so, and I don't know whether I showed you that. I put that in as well. Yeah, I did, I think, because I was going to put something up here, so a bit of decoupage there or something. Loads of napkins, you know, out of my thing that I've got bits left. So it's all about using all those bits up. And I know we all have plenty. Right, I'll go and stitch around that and I'll be back. Okay, I'll just stick that in. I'm going to leave a pocket at the back as well. Okay, so I just do the 3 sides. Just make sure that glue goes over that stitching. Well, I could have stitched it onto the page actually, but I haven't. I better check that I'm actually in screen, because I haven't, because I moved it, didn't I? And that's fine. There's a bit of shadow now, sorry. It's dark outside now. Okay, I'm not doing any decorations to it. This is just the, you know, the blankness of it. But that's fine. So I haven't got anything to go in there yet, so I haven't cut anything out, but we'll do that later. Yeah, no, I haven't got anything done at all. I know I could find something, but I'll just do that just to get a feel of things going. Okay, quite pleased. I love this pocket here, it's great. Right, so this is the next bank paid here. So shall we, let's have a look. I love this, can't change that at all. I really like it. Actually, I'm going to leave that one plain because I'm thinking there's quite a lot going on here and here. Okay, there. I think, oh, I just love that. This, I'm going to have something here. I know what it's going to be. I'm going to do a bit of gesso on that. I'll do a bit of gesso on both sides. Okay, and I think I'll do a bit of decoupage on there. All right, that runs around that so we can just sort of see it. I need me gesso. I think it needs a bit of a stir. It's been not used over Christmas. And maybe a bit of water. Just make sure it's water and not tea. So when did we make that one? That was 4 for the 12th, so it's still going very well. And the good thing about it, when you make up yourself, don't make up big batches, you know, just in case. Nope, not gone off. I know the brushes in the water that's had gesso in it. Oh God, if you forget about those and leave them, they really do smell awful. So I mean, I quite like this plant and everything, but I want a clean base. Well, it won't be clean, but it'll be just sent further in the back with the gesso. Okay, what I'm going to do is I turn it around so I know that it goes back there. Might as well do both sides while I'm here. Not a lot. Just okay, give it a dry and do the other side as well. Yep, lovely. Okay, so it's here, wasn't it? Right, I found some napkin pieces and I was so drawn to that one. The one we had used previously on Junk in the Trunk, which I used it on that topper. And I'm now looking at changing the whole front because I just feel that's working for me. And then I know it's mushrooms, it could be spring, autumn, sorry, but do you know what? I see spring. Okay, whether that's right or wrong, I don't know, but I'm definitely going with that one. I think that to me is right. Okay. So change that one around. Oh, I will link the video on those, okay, when we've done that. And I just think this is, yeah, going right. I've got it, okay. And then here, I thought we would put some of that down there and that down there, okay. And that will be sort of on the edge there, which could look quite nice. And I'll do it with my Tim Holtz collage medium because that's quick. Well, that's when you can get the lid off. Okay, that took a bit of brute force to get that off. I should have ran it under hot water, but that would have meant going indoors, so I didn't have time for that. I should put a page underneath, really. Got an acetate here. Yes, I have. Haven't got to worry then. I've put it together because I like the feel of it all together. You know, I can get a feel of how things are going. I find that when I work a page at a time, it can become a little bit disjointed, but that's me. You know, other people is fine with it, but I just tend to like to work mine as a whole. That's why I tend to sew my signatures in quite quick. You know, once I do a few bits, I think, oh no, I've got to get them in now. Yeah, I need a little tiny bit in there, see? That sort of just finishes there and a bit odd, but I'm just using up this edge bit here, you see. I feel like I want a bit of yellow. Let's have a look. That might work. Like painting with napkins, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. I'll join that in there. Okay, I'm liking that, and then I'll just have a look to see how it looks. Perfect. Trust me, cut into that a bit. Okay, so you just trim that down. And then I will get a little bit of ink, but this is, you know, been hanging around a bit, so there's not much on it. And just blend it in a bit. Okay, just make sure that's square. Okay, I'm liking that. And then what I will do, actually, thinking about it, I will take some of the colours, what I've done over here, I will then just go over here with it, okay? Even if it's just a little something, which I think I'll do, because I want to leave that one quite plain, actually. Just a little bit, suggestion. That would be quite nice. Oh, it's got a blunt there. Sorry, I'm trying to pick something out that's, here we go, that's not got a straight edge. That will work. Just that little leaf there, look. There you go. Should have wet it down, really. It's easier, but I'm just going to have that little bit. Okay, give it a dry. Okay, and what I would do is put a little quote here. Okay, a little quote or a little something there, but I'll do that later on. Okay, because I'm not doing stamping yet. I will do. So move on to this page. This one's going to be plain. This one, we should do something to it. Be like a pocket. Big pocket will look nice there, I think. We need a pocket. So, ooh. No, it's too big for in here, I think. Oh. That should look quite nice. I wonder if we've got two tall pages together. Well, we've got the pocket on that one, haven't we? Just thinking it might be just a little bit to come off, but no. I think we're all right. A bit better on plain though. Right, take that out. Yeah, I think it looks better on plain. All right. There, and that's our pocket that we'll decorate. Yeah, added another page. No, I really like that. That's nice. And just make sure it's the right way. Okay, and that's all we've got to cut off. Okay, and I thought that would look nice. I think I got this napkin here. I've got a spare bit here. Got all little bits as well that I picked up. These are the ones that are already started. Let's have a look. And that would give us a nice decorative page, wouldn't it? Get that rose on, that'll just fit in there. No, I'm going to have to. I would like that bird for some reason. I think that'll look nice. Please, I'll try and fit him in. Sorry, folks. I just got to see if I can get that in frame. Yep, that's okay. I want the tail in if I can. And that will be there. Yeah, like that. And then we could use some of this on here somewhere as well. Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm going to do that now. And then call it a day while that's drying. Okay, so I've got to go and cook tea. Now you do that to me now. Yeah, I knew that all that background was going to dissolve well. You could tell it's very fine. Okay, let's have a butterfly. Okay. There we go. Brilliant. Like that. Okay, well I have to leave it there for now. I actually got dentist tomorrow, but I don't think I've got it till the afternoon. I'm hoping anyway. I'm not sure. If not, I'll try and get in here tomorrow late afternoon to do a bit more of the video. Okay. All right. So I'll speak to you soon. Bye.